Yo, 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 what's good? I came to ask a motherfucking question real quick. I ain't like how my last recording sound. It might be a little bit shorter because I got my thoughts together, but I'm definitely gonna say something right now. Do the West Coast or Cali in general have a hidden hate for New York niggas? Y'all have to talk to me right now. I wish I would have did this live, but I don't want to do that shit. I need to get my shit up first. But anyway, getting back to this shit, I want to know from people from all over, what do you think from when you hear out in social media, from people out west, from Cali, from New York? You do not hear from the New York side. Excuse me. You do not hear that shit from the New York side, right? You don't hear no hate. And if you hear the hate, it's only coming because we picking it up. Is it because we go to Cali and a lot of people gravitate to us and they say they don't like it, or New York get a lot of attention from other states and other people, and everybody's like, I like New York, and this is the way we dress because we fly. Not everybody in New York is fly, but is it that, or is it the gang culture that I could say it too, that we picked up. I'm not gonna say we stole it. We didn't steal it, and you don't have it. So we picked it up, right? We didn't steal anything because you still have it. But anyway, is that the situation? Because that's almost the first thing that comes up when niggas coming out their mouth and shit. Oh, we ain't jacking that, this, that, and the third, right? And where this is coming from, I'm not gonna pull up no videos and shit. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just creating conversation, right? Is it really that? Is it, and I think it's just really that. Do you want it back West Coast or Cali, LA to be exact? It could be all across Cali. We don't know, or all across the West Coast, but we got to keep it to LA County because that's where it quote unquote originated, if I'm not mistaken. So I want to keep it there, right? Do you want it back? Do you feel like we need our own identity? Do you have the right to say that we need our own identity? Do you feel like New York is waving the flag high? I'm not a gang member at all. I'm only speaking from the outside in. For me being outside from back in the days, I'm no longer outside. But I could speak on it because I was around it. I was affiliated, affiliated with it at one point a lot. I was around it a lot. So I could speak on it because I was around it. I was a part of it though. I was part of something else, right? Something New York based. But right now in New York, as everybody know, they cracking down on it real crazy right now. A lot of eyes is on it. A lot of different gangs is out here. We got the Hispanic gangs and shit, which a lot of the gangs, like they got MS-13. I don't hear MS-13 bugging out. They got the Trinidad. I'm saying it wrong, but y'all already know where I'm getting at. They got that gang. I wouldn't think these people would be going crazy. They would just say, all right, you know what? If y'all going to do that, let's do this correctly, right? And get everything into perspective and you learn the culture correctly instead of pushing hate and make sure it's done right, which I'm not saying everybody is doing a hate thing over there. They just want you to do it right if you're going to carry it. I hear a lot of mixtures of saying, oh, why you ain't just start your own New York blocks instead of taking blocks you never been on. All right, cool. You right about that. But would that be enough? And there's certain fractions of the bloods that have names that has nothing to do with nothing out there. So that's not going to stop anything, right? Oh, if you do take it, it got to be sanctioned. I agree with that. But would that make a difference? Is some hidden hate still there? So is it really that or is something else? When I'm in these social media sites and platforms, I'm hearing a lot of shit when this New York shit come up or if somebody questions what's going on. Why do y'all feel like I need to do this, that, and the third? That's not the real problem, I don't think. The real problem is we feeling the undertone of hate going on and don't understand it. It's like motherfuckers is picking on New York. But I heard Wagger what he said. I could break everything down and saying no. It's just y'all have more notable people in the news and in the blogs or quote unquote blogs that people are talking about, and they just happen to be from New York. All right, cool, right? But when this talk about this gang shit, everybody gets up in arms, even people over here. I understand a lot of things happen on both sides that, you know what I'm saying, they try to rep it right or this, that, and the third. Well, we wrong in a sense because we not repping it right because it didn't come from there. If it came from there, it wouldn't be no static of what's going on. They just mad that we picked it up and ran with it high and they feel some type of way. I don't know. So, like I said, it's valid on certain points, but there's a certain way you can go around it, just like I was explaining about the Hispanic gangs. You know what I'm saying? I don't see none of that. Maybe somebody will come out here and be like, let me fly in and see who's doing this and doing that. And they correct them, man. And that's it. But I'm going to talk about the New York situation and the culture here a little bit. Now it's different because it's younger people doing it. That's how it's supposed to be. I'm a man of a different age of these guys. I'm 40 years old, so I'm moved apart from that family man. You know what I'm saying? And I do what I'm supposed to do. You know what I mean? Take care of my responsibilities. I'm not in the street anymore. Not running around crazy and doing stupid stuff. So I'm far away from it. But it's still the same shit how it goes down. And we're going to speak about the woes of chose, even though I can't talk about it in its entirety and who started it, this, that, and the third. I'm pretty sure it's online, but I don't care about that. But they say it's a lot of shit that don't make no sense. Why is Bloods and Crips running together and GDs and other Bloods and this, that, and the third, and what's going on? And I can explain that part because in New York culture, there's blocks, cliques, and crews. And it always usually starts from the block. It doesn't start from one person too much. It starts from a group of people. Some of the people might be from different spots, and some of them might be for the same block or the surrounding blocks. So they might start something and call it a certain name. Or in certain cases, it may be a main block. And since everybody is on that block, they might call it such and such block. Let's say the 145 boys, right? And it might start from like five people, but everybody, you know how everybody is. They got different people from different blocks, and it starts something out. And they might have a situation where it's mad people on the block. All right, yo, this is who we running with. We vibe with everybody that's going on right here. We're going to call it something else. And it turns into the Mayhem Men or some shit. Let's call it a different name. The Mayhem Men. You know what I'm saying? You call it that, it turns into something different. Now that's a crew or a clique, right? So that's how usually this shit happens. So that's how you can basically put the woes and chos in, because it's usually people from different areas, or it could be from niggas from 10 blocks away, or from that projects, or from the other side of the projects, and there's a group of niggas that just only fuck with they group of niggas, and the other niggas in the other building fuck with that, and it does that. That's how this shit happens. That's the nature of New York. And they have other niggas from different, but they might just happen to be a blood, and the other nigga turn crip like somewhere else on the other side somewhere. And they peoples might fuck with their peoples, and that's it. It doesn't make sense, but it makes sense to somebody that's here. So just like the same thing in Cali, they tolerate certain other sides. It's the same thing almost. But the culture is, it originates from the block, and then it goes on and on and on and on till it gets to something else. Like, it's not a Queens thing too much, this Woe and Cho shit, but I'm pretty sure it's a fraction or a couple people that's affiliated to somebody over there, and that's how the shit grows. That's how any organization grows. So that's basically what it is. And I'm pretty sure it's like that worldwide or nationwide. We're going to keep it nationwide. Nationwide, that's how shit starts. It starts from a group of people on one block, or a group of people that's chilling together from different areas. It might start from niggas going to the park, playing ball. They get cool. They start walking around with a certain amount of people. Oh, yo, we rolling deep. We gonna call our crew this. And they start bringing motherfuckers in. It starts like that, man. It starts from little shit like that, just like anywhere else. But just to understand it, this is the culture here in New York. And I want to address the Bobby shit too, but I'm not even going to get onto that because it's like, it don't make no sense now. But should we give it up? Should we call it something else? Should we call it the Red Devils against the Blue Devils or some shit? Should we call it something else instead of Blood and Crip? Should we call it something else? Because a lot of people's like, I ain't dropping my flag, or you can still rock the same colors. Do you need to call it something else though? We didn't take it, you know what I'm saying, because you still got it. So we didn't steal anything. We just adopted it. Do you want in? What is going to be the outcome of if we do make it right? What's going to happen? Are you going to change the culture, or is it going to be more bullshit? Is it going to be more killing, or are we going to band together? So if something happens on the east and you coming over to the east, you going to be good, or we go to the west? Is it going to be that type of thing? You don't have to be in the game for that. But what is going to change? Is going to be for good or more dumb shit? But if you ask me right now, we should just leave it alone because it's not doing anything but division. And there's always going to be some type of person or somebody creating a division or the hidden hate, which we don't need. We need more camaraderie in the black community more than ever. You know what I'm saying? So that's my note on this shit. Like, it's clown shit. You know what I mean? Certain shit makes sense. But on this side, we don't hate on other niggas. We create shit. So but at the same time, we adopted what's going on and move in a certain way with it. Some of this shit is wrong. I understand that. But do you have to hate to correct it or to understand it? Or you need to have a talk? Some people are talking. Some people is just hating. So, like I said, the question is, do Cali have a hidden hate for New York because of the gangs or something else? Somebody can answer me in the comment section. This is Skynet.